After a few years of playing Theme Park Tycoon 2, I'm giving one final tour of my park before I delete it forever. Having grown up in Ohio between Cedar Point and Kings Island, I named the park Cedar Island as it takes a lot of inspiration from both. This is my first and only park in Theme Park Tycoon 2. It's a free game, but it has a lot of monetization elements. It's more of a live service game, so a park like this took me ages to build. As I've played it more, I've gotten a lot better with building. I've learned a lot about the game, and I can do a lot more than this basic park you see before you. I'm deleting it so I can remove all of this stuff. I'm not too happy about the scenery. I'm not too happy about this little food court right here. So I'm just going to delete everything here and start over with these newfound skills I have from playing the game so much. When I make the new park, I really want to make a better front entrance. As soon as you walk in, you're just greeted with a wall and some plants right here. I'm not very happy with that, and there's obviously some restrooms over here. After playing this game for hundreds of hours, I could do a lot better with it than I did right here. And just the scenery in general, I'm not too happy with. So I'm giving one last tour around the park before I just delete all of this and start over. So the first ride you see when you walk into the park is Corkscrew right here, behind the restrooms. This is obviously inspired by Corkscrew at Cedar Point. This ride has a pretty short queue because for whatever reason, none of my guests seem to ever want to ride this roller coaster. But this is the first roller coaster and the first queue, building, station, anything I built within this game. So considering that, I think it's pretty good. Now that's obviously not the most intense or thrilling or best build you've seen in Theme Park Tycoon 2, but also keep in mind this was the first roller coaster I made in this game. Walking down the Midway past Corkscrew, we come across the food court, which is just as many food stands that I could stack next to each other. And then we come across this green Intamin launched coaster. Let me get in line for this one. I'm not sure what I had in mind for inspiration behind this one. I can't really think of any other coaster like this, but I had a very small space to work with, considering you have to pay real money, you have to pay real life money to unlock these areas. Well, I guess this is in-game money right here, but I believe, no, this one's also in-game money. Okay, this one, you have to pay Robux, which is real life money for, so I only had this, I think it was a 1x3 area of space right here to work with. And this was the best layout I could come up with. And that right there is my green little Intamin multi-launch roller coaster. Don't mind my little cat shark avatar. So at the end of the Midway, if we come over here and turn left, instead of continuing straight to the multi-launch coaster, we come across this big sprawling wooden roller coaster. I made a giant queue for this one, but I seem to have hardly any guests riding it, and I love the details in this game. You can see this train looks just like a GCI train. Pretty realistic for a Roblox game too. We have a couple kiddie flat rides over here, and we also have the kiddie coaster. I think the entrance to that's at the front of the park, so we'll have to walk back. But along the way to the front of the park is the Wild Mouse coaster. I built this coaster solely because I was running low on cash at the time. It's a management game after all, and you have to manage your cash, and this was one of the cheapest options to build. I don't think I even made this layout. I think this was a custom blueprint, but I still think it fits pretty nicely within the park. And now, after the Wild Mouse, I'm going to walk back to the front of the park for the little kiddie coaster I made. Okay, I see where I put the entrance. It is over here behind the Ferris wheel. And now, after that incredible thrilling kiddie coaster, I'm walking to the back of the park where the final few roller coasters are. So originally right here I did not have this red RMC roller coaster. I had a purple invert inspired by Banshee right where this green multi-launch roller coaster was. The station was over here and it would come up, it would do the drop, and then it would pass over the Midways and then do a final helix after it came back over here. But it just took up so much space and none of the guests liked it, so I demolished that and I built these two roller coasters instead using the same space. But we've already seen the green multi-launch roller coaster, so now it's time for the red RMC. This one is heavily inspired by RMCs like Twisted Timbers and Storm Chaser, as you can see by the drop, the barrel roll drop right there, into a zero-G stall. You can tell it's heavily inspired by a certain couple coasters. As you can see, I also have a suspended roller coaster over here, appropriately named the Bat, similar to the one at Kings Island. Although the layout is really nothing similar, just something I put here to fill the space. No other rides would really fit this small space, but I think this one fit quite nicely. There's also a rapids raid right here. Same splash boats, I think that's just the default name. I created an area over here very similar to Action Zone at Kings Island, especially when I had a purple B&M invert right here named Banshee. It looked very similar to Action Zone. These are really just here to generate cash for the management aspect of the game. For the most part, this park was never really made to look pretty. It was just so I could get enough cash to build stuff. I had the most fun building the layouts. As you can see, I put a lot of effort into the layouts, but not into the scenery. So now that I have quite a bit of cash saved up in the game, a couple credits, and I'm sure once I delete all this I'll have a lot more, and I have all this land available. It's my goal to just delete everything and see what I can do now. Because now that the goal isn't cash, the goal is to make something nice. I've seen a lot of Theme Park Tycoon 2 videos on TikTok and YouTube of these just incredibly detailed parks, and I would love to give something like that a try. I've been playing this game, I've probably played it for about 200-300 hours now. I've played it on and off for quite a while now, so I'd really like to try and see what I could build. If you'd like to see a video series of me building my new park in Theme Park Tycoon 2, let me know down in the comments below. I'd really love to give that a try. But that's pretty much it for this video. Here's one final look around the park from way up in the sky. It's really not the best Theme Park Tycoon 2 park, but it's the first park I ever made in this game, and it's about to be all gone. So I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I hope you enjoyed watching. If you'd like to see more Theme Park Tycoon 2 videos on this channel, stay tuned. Alright, well here it goes. Time to delete everything from the park. Scroll down through the settings, delete everything. I really want to delete everything. Here we go. And it's all gone. Everything's gone. I just gained back about $500,000 from that. No credits yet, because I think I spent all my credits. But look at that. Now we have this huge blank slate right here. If you enjoyed watching, stay tuned for more Theme Park Tycoon 2 videos coming soon on this channel. Like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.